Hey guys, what's up? Today we're doing something very different, something very interesting, something fun, something useful. I'm going to make a tutorial on how to use this checkers plugin that I just so recently made in my Inside Look videos. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link to them in the description to the first one, and from there you can see the second one pretty easily, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, that tells you, shows you some of the code of the plugin as I make it, how I go about debugging, how I go about working through issues that I come across. Anyway, so how you do this today. As you can see, we've got this nice little checkerboard here. Fortunately for us, we don't actually have to set up the entire thing. All we have to do is put in this secondary block here, the iron block. The primary is where the pieces will be on, which you don't have to set those down either. Um, Everything is done automatically, which is really nice. But the primary block, which is the board material, is this dark spot, and that's what the pieces are going to be on, like I said. And the light stuff, the background, where you don't actually interact with and the pieces are never sitting on, that is the secondary block, as I call it. And it can be anything you want to. It doesn't all have to be the same thing. So you can have like a big blend of stones and stuff, and then have ores for the blocks that the pieces actually sit on. So I'll show you how to set this up real quick. First of all, you're going to want to go to your configuration. Here's your northwest corner. That's where you're going to type /c space build, and that is where your basically your checkerboard will stop building itself from. It'll build from there to the southeast corner. So your board material is pretty important here. We're going to set this to, where's coal block? We'll set it to coal block. There it is, 173. So let's go back to our file here. Material we'll set to 173. World name, you're going to have to set the world name to whatever world you want it to be in. You do that manually. Alright. I think actually that might be done automatically. I don't remember. Anyways, if your world name is not world, you will have to change that because this is a default right here. This is the default stuff. So the data, you can also set the data. So if you're going to do like wool, then you'd be able to do 35 right here, and then right here you'd do 15, and then you'd have black wool for your primary block. All right. Pieces, unselected pieces, these are the pieces themselves. Selected, these are actually the markers on top of the pieces, so that when you select a piece it shows which piece you selected. That way you don't get confused and try to go unselect it and unselect something else. It's pretty much just something important here. This is a red mushroom by default and a brown mushroom, and I think I'll keep those because I really like them. So the unselected pieces themselves are the pieces that you will be clicking on and interacting with. So the material is currently set to, I believe, spruce fence and birch fence, and that's 188 and 189. Yes, 188 with 0 data, 189 with 0 data. That means that you can place it as any block that you want to. You can jump any piece with any piece. Basically, you can make your pieces anything you want. And the selected we'll just leave as they are. So let's save this now, and we'll reload. And now we go to our northwest corner. Where's that? Here's north and there's west. So this is our northwest. We stand inside the board, just barely inside our 8x8 board, and we type C, build, just like that. You see that? Right down here. Alright, ready? There it is. Alright, so it built the checkerboard. It placed the coal blocks as we wanted, and if you'll notice, you can't break it. I'm opt right now. Like I can go ahead and de-opt myself and tab it in like that, but yeah, you can't, you just can't break the checkerboard. There's nothing you can do to destroy it. You can technically world edit, but if you do checker reset or build it again, it just pops right back up. So anyway, so that's how that works, and let's get right into this. So how you play the game is you're going to want to type /C space and then whatever side you're going to be on. You can either be on the dark side or you can be on the light side. So I'm going to be on the dark side because I like the dark better. It's comfortable on the eyes, you know. Anyway, so let's select a piece. You do this by left clicking, and these are available moves. So you can either go here or here, and to do that you just click on it like that, and now your turn is over. So now it's the other person's turn. As soon as they go, then you can go again. Unfortunately, I do not have a person here to play it with, and that would be excellent. I might do that later on, make a better video with somebody else, one of my staff members perhaps, but for now let's just see leave, and that leaves the game. A draw has been declared between light player and blue one. Since there is no light player, it just puts in light player as a default. Since I didn't capture any pieces, it is a draw. However, let's capture something this time. So to do this, we're going to set block air. Oops, hold on. There we go. And let's do C dark again. There we go, and we'll select a piece, and we'll now notice the difference here. The clear blocks are just a move. The foggy blocks, the stained glass, are a jump. So you click that and it jumps over it beautifully, and now they would be able to jump me if they were actually playing, but they're not. So let's do sea leave again, and you'll see that blue one has won a game of checkers as dark because I did capture a piece. Alright, so that's how that works. It works very nicely. I haven't found any bugs with any of that yet. I do have a lot of updates planned for it. I'm going to make it so you can play single player. That'll be exciting. I'm going to make it so that it handles jumping multiple times, and that'll sure help a lot because so many times you think, oh man, I could have made several jumps here, but this isn't, set up like real checkers. So I will get that done as soon as possible. Permissions are my first priority, however, and I'll have that done, see, by tomorrow afternoon. That's my goal. Tomorrow afternoon I'll have all permissions finished and ready to go. I will re-upload the file to Spigot, and it'll be available to be purchased with all features, all permissions features. Alright, there we go. That's my little spiel on that. Anyway, so to reset the board, say somebody does get a wand and they mess it up. Alright, so like they click right here, and then they go all the way over here, and they do set error. Like that. Alright, so now the board's pretty messed up. Well, what do? You're going to have to do C reset. It's pretty simple. Everything comes back. It's all ready to go again. Now, if you want to clear the board, like take everything off for some reason, for instance, if you don't want players to be able to actually play, so if you say C dark, and then they go to select a piece, and you say, hey, I don't want anybody playing right now because the rewards system, I'm doing that manually instead of the automatic stuff that will be set up inside the plugin. So for whatever reason, if you don't want somebody to be playing checkers, you can just do C clear, I believe it is. Yes, C clear. Now there's nothing for them to select. They can't select any pieces to move, and it's just this nice little checkerboard sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful sunset, floating island. There's a moon way down there. And that's it. So it perfectly safeguards it. If you ever want to reopen it, all you have to do is C reset, and you don't have to do that while sitting in any particular spot. You can do it from anywhere you like. It's only checkers build that you have to be in the northwest corner for that to work. Now, you can obviously replace C with checkers. I believe it's checkers. Yes, so if you just type C or just type checkers, it'll show you this little message right here. This plugin is dedicated to providing you with an engaging and realistic checkers game against another player. Checkers Help gives you this page, checkers Light, checkers Dark, checkers Leave. It does not show the other commands because those commands are only available to ops or people with the proper permissions to be using them in the first place. So I might have that in there as an op only feature, so that if you're opt and you type /C, then it'll show you, or not opt, but like permissions or whatever, then it'll show you all of the commands you can do. But if you're not opt, then it'll only show you certain ones, like these 4 right here. So that's how that goes. Just typing C does the same thing. It's set up quite nicely like that. And I believe that's all I've got to show you for today, since I can't show you the actual winning of the game, but it works pretty much like the draw there, or how I showed you when I jumped one piece. Yeah, so as soon as you've captured 12 pieces, the game ends and you win. So that's all I've got to show you today, and hopefully I'll be making a better video of this later, like I said. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your friends about me. I do make plugin tutorials on how to make plugins. So if you're a developer and are in need of help, or just found a bug that you're having a really hard time cracking or squashing beneath your foot, just let me know, and I'll see to it that I help you as best as I possibly can. You guys have a great day.